Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Merry Christmas! Huh? It's April? Oh, shit. Well, it is, after all, Remake-A-Thon 2, and this is a remake. I don't care. So, yes, Merry Christmas in April, I guess. No, I wasn't going to do this one. I was going to wait till Christmas time. But then when I realized, hey, it's a remake. So yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night, brought to us, written and directed by Mike P. Nelson, who also wrote one of the Halloween movies, The Halloween 4, I think. Um, he wrote the original Wrong Turn as well as the remake. He directed the remake. He's not a bad filmmaker. I didn't mind the Wrong Turn remake. It didn't feel like Wrong Turn at all, but I didn't mind it. Despite the ham-fisted political stuff that was thrown in there, I didn't mind it. Now, we got Silent Night, Deadly Night, which, despite a few changes, is pretty much on par with the original. Though it's probably a better quality because that film is like you could, on like a Blu-ray scan. I watched on Tubi a couple times. It's not the best scan, right? But you know, so this came out, and I've heard people say this is the best of the movies, and I'm like, after watching it, I go, really? This one, you think is the best? I will still die on the island that 2 is the best. I'm sorry, I know people just despise that movie. They're like, you can't say it's the best one if half the movie is the original. To that I say, hey, it's the best one because you don't even need to watch the first one. When you're going to we are in the time of binging movies. You know, people like to binge all the movies in a franchise, do a binge-a-thon, a marathon, whatever, right? So when you watch the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies, you only gotta put in 2. You gotta put in number 2. You gotta put in the second one, and you'll get everything you need to know from the first one, plus any continuation for this one. You don't need to even sit through an almost 2-hour movie in the first one. You get all condensed into the first half of the second one. And then you get... Is my sound on? No, it's not. And you... I should mute the TV, though. And you don't need to worry about watching the first one because you get all information here. Right? Though it's still confusing how a baby could know. It's also the ages of the characters. I was always confused in the first one. Like, Billy's a grown-ass man, but his brother is still like 10 years old. They're not that far apart. Like, I don't know. But there's no Ricky in this one, so... Yes, and so it said this was going to come out. It's brought to you by Cineverse. It's starring everyone's favorite actor from the Halloween franchise, Rowan Campbell, played everyone's favorite character, Corey Cunningham. Yeah. Also stars Ruby Modine, daughter of Matthew Modine, who is on Shameless, Shameless, she was. And she's also in Satanic Panic. She was in the Happy Death Day movies. Yeah, so she's in this one. So I had a theory, because I saw the trailer and saw that it's like... Well, I thought it was going to be more like both of them on a killing spree. The trailer did not show that at all. I thought it was going to be both of them. But I saw this trailer and I went... It feels to me like they wanted to make Billy with an I-E. Like a girl. And whoever was in charge just went, no, you cannot do that. People will get pissed. You can't do that. After seeing the finished project and how it ended, I am now more certain that was the case. Because the way this fucking movie ends makes me feel like they just wanted a female killer all along. And they had to figure out a way to make that happen. Though they already show she's a little bit unstable throughout the film, without this little thing, I don't think she would have fully went to killing. But, you know, they take an interesting turn on why he's killing in this one, because they took out a few things and added some things. So we start off, as we do in the original, with Billy, without Ricky this time, Billy going to visit his grandpapa in a nursing home, right? During the visit, though, the grandpa starts to spit out the blood and dies. And you hear things from the parents like, is everything done? Did he sign it? Is it all finished? And you go, I wonder what's going on here. But no time to worry about that because they're stopped by a killer Santa Claus, who is Mark Aitchison, who you may know as big guy with deep voice in any movie. He was the janitor. It's funny because he's janitor in this. The janitor in Neverending Story 3. He's been in... You look at this guy and go, oh, that guy from that thing. He's one of those actors. He's played like a minor role in each one. I don't want to say unfortunately or fortunately, but it's not such a small role. We'll get to it. He kills the parents, and then we cut. We see nothing of him being in an orphanage. There's no mother superior, nothing. He's just now an adult, and we already know he's a killer because he killed someone in a hotel room. And you hear this voice, "Hey, we gotta go. This isn't our hotel room." He has another accomplice in this. We didn't see it. We didn't see him in the trailer. It's because you don't see him. It turns out this is the voice of Charlie, the killer janitor Santa Claus that killed his parents. We find that out later, but they don't tell you what it is till later. So you just hear this voice, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Who is talking to him? He has like an inner monologue or something? And I'm sitting here, so the first 10 minutes is we going, no, not even 10, 5. And I'm like, after that, I'm just like, no, why did they make this decision? Why does he have a voice? As the movie goes on, though, I softened up to it. It just... Did we need a disembodied voice telling him what to do? Not really, but they make it work, strangely enough. So he goes to this small town of... I need a name. See, the Wikipedia article just tells you everything that is spread out throughout the movie. We're going to wait on that. Small town of Hackett. Hackett's like Buddy Hackett. He was in any of these. Couldn't you have called it like Rooney? For Mickey Rooney? No. He starts working at a gift shop owned by Mr. Sims, who is the father of the female character in this, Pamela, or Pam, Ruby Modine's character, who immediately wants to boink. Like, immediately he sees her, like, yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah. So it's revealed that his killings are based on an advent calendar. When he explains it later, he says 24 days. And I'm like, you mean 25? But then I realized, no, it is 24. I always mess that shit up. I always think, advent calendar, you leave till Christmas. You don't get a chocolate on Christmas, though. It just goes to Christmas Eve. Because Christmas Day, you get your presents. We had an advent calendar when we were kids. We did that once. And it wasn't worth it again, I guess. I wouldn't eat all the candy at once because I'm a fat fuck. Am I a fat fuck? That's the first time I call myself that. Usually I say I'm a fat ass. You know. And I like the chocolate. No, I was patient. Anyway, so meets with her, talks to her, he gets horny, of course, and oh, so he's got a voice in his head telling him to do these things. Do you think that's what it was like in Halloween Ends? Was it like a Michael voice telling him? Because Michael doesn't talk, we don't hear it when he does. Right? There's a thing where they look at each other like something's passed. I don't. It's. But yeah. So they see this guy who's sort of hitting on Pam, and Charlie goes, I got a feeling. I'm like, I'm having the feeling. And I'm like, okay. And this guy's deaf, apparently. So he goes to his house and he sticks an axe in his head. And you're wondering, okay, why did he kill this guy? Like, sometimes, we see in the other ones that people are naughty, like Linnea Quigley fucking on a pool table while she's supposed to be babysitting, blah, blah, blah. The dude that tries to grape the employee, and the employee slaps him, and naughty, punish, just, yeah. So what did this dude do? Well, we find out later, I'm going to tell you now, but we find out later, he killed his girlfriend, or wife. He killed his wife, and hit her in the basement. Yeah, to find that later. Yeah. He also then goes to a hockey game. It's Pam's nephew's hockey game. We never see her sister or anything, or brother, whatever. And it's there that they see a woman named Delphine. And again, Charlie says, I'm getting a feeling. But then Pam lashes out at some bullies who are going off on her nephew. Rightfully so, they deserve it. I think they're supposed to be like those bullies from the first one, ha, whoo, those guys. But they don't get killed in this one, though. But they deserved it in that one, though. But they don't get, right? Yeah. She also says that she got so mad one time she almost bit off someone's nose. She bit someone's nose. So, yeah, she's got anger issues. So, yeah. That night, he borrows her car. Is this where they fuck? Or is it later? Or he borrows her car and he travels to where Delphine is. And it turns out, you can't make this shit up. She's at a Nazi Santa party. Say that again. She's at a Nazi Santa party. Everyone's dressed as Santas and they have Nazi uniforms underneath. Yeah. And so he's like, okay, no, I'm killing them. And even, there's so many people there, even Charlie's like, hey, you want a gun? He's like, no. And he does have some trouble. He gets a black eye. But he doesn't kill all of them, including our first homage to the original one. As I mentioned, the bully kill, where the bully goes sliding down and he chops off the head. Chops off his head. He does it to Delphine in this one. So, yeah. We do get more of the backstory. Well, not yet. But, yeah. So, we also find out there's another killer called the Snatcher, who's kidnapping children and killing them. So, yeah. And Max, who is Pam's ex-boyfriend, who's an asshole, is interviewing him. He's like, hey, do you know that guy? He's the guy, the first one he killed. He's like, oh, yeah, I saw him once, but I didn't even remember. Oh, did you know Delphine? No. He's like, no. Yeah. But he's kind of suspicious of Billy, so he sort of kind of follows them. During which this whole thing with Snatcher, Pam's father, unfortunately, so Billy decides he's done with this. Charlie warns him, hey, you stop, an innocent person's gonna die. And he's like, no, it's fine. I haven't killed all day and everything is fine. I'm done. And then we immediately cut to Pam's dad finding one of the abducted kids, and he immediately gets axed in the back of the head. So, yeah, because apparently he has to kill to satisfy some kind of... They don't even really explain it. So Pam is upset. They had to have had sex already. Pam is upset by this. Billy says he will fulfill her Christmas wish. So this is where he tells her his story. After his parents were murdered, he had an encounter with the killer who died, but he touched the killer and got some kind of... Where's the thing over here that explains it? The killer was fatally stabbed by Billy's mother. And he comes into physical contact with Charlie. Charlie comes into physical contact with Billy, which transfers an electrical surge and transfers the urge to kill to Billy. And he didn't make him kill until he was 18. Now, we get a montage of stuff of him growing up. He wasn't adopted. He did go to the orphanage. They show that here. He wasn't adopted because he kept saying he had the urge to kill. So when he grew up at 18, he was booted out, and he started working at a restaurant. So first of all, this montage we get is set to Santa's watching, Santa's waiting. I'm like, hey, yes. I was hoping that would be in here somewhere. We get a shot to the antler kill, an homage to the antler killer where he kills someone on the antlers, which was in a trailer, so we had to show that one. And then we get this line, hey, it's garbage day. I popped so hard because I didn't think they're actually going to do it. I did not think they're actually going to do it. Hey, it's garbage day. Hey! I popped so hard for that. Yeah. Yeah. And then we get a montage of killing. So after telling her this, she's like, to quote Fluffy, you're stupid. I'm down. Basically what she does. You're stupid. I'm down. She's like, cool. And so they go to where the drug children are because Charlie got another feeling. And they find 3 abducted children drugged and hidden in an underground ball pit. Wouldn't they suffocate down there? I don't know. During a fight, Pam is captured by the Snatcher and dragged into the pit. Guided by Charlie, Billy goes after her and kills the Snatcher with a box cutter, but is stabbed during the struggle and seriously wounded. Max arrives because it's revealed he's in on it. Well, he's there pretty quick. We find out later he's in on it. But anyway, he shoots Billy, and as Billy dies, he grabs Pam's hand, transferring the killing urge to her, which is where she gets revealed that yes, Max is in on it. Has been this whole time. So when she wakes up, she bites his fucking nose off and hacks the shit out of him with an axe. And now she can hear Billy's voice in her head. He's like, you ready for this? And she grins. Honestly though, you gotta think, so it's over for a year, right? She has the urge to kill, but... And this is where I went, yes. My thought about them wanting this to be a woman the whole time is proven. My theory about that is proven here. They wanted it to be a woman the whole time. I guarantee you at some point it's going to come out. They wanted Billy to be female, but the people in charge wouldn't allow it. So they kept it in the male but added in Pam so that Pam can get the killer urge transferred to her, and eventually there'll be a sequel in which she's the killer and they get their killer female Santa movie. I don't know. What did this do? What was the box office? 5.5 million. Doesn't say the budget though. I don't know. Again, it was a fantastic fest, and it was, I don't know, but it had a good reception. Release here. Premiered as a secret screening at Fantastic Fest on September 21, 2025. Released theatrically by Cineverse on December 12th, 2025, February 2025. So, it's genre. Label Sixth Dimension made an acquisition by acquiring the rights to North America. It's got a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, with an average rating of 6.5 out of 10. The website consensus reads, Silent Night, Deadly Night embraces the franchise's inherent absurdity while surpassing the original with sharper filmmaking, richer characterization, and politically astute, pitch-black satire. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned film a score of 53 out of 100 based on 16 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Only 16, though? Only 16. Yeah. So I wasn't sure I was actually going to like this, because once the inner monologue voice started, I'm like, oh, no, they ruined it. They blew it. No, you didn't need the voice. As the film went on, however, I did get used to it. And I did, once they explained it, I'm like, okay, there is a point to it. But, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be out for a sequel. I don't know if there's going to be one. There's nothing that says it here, but Look. Don't yawn. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.